Good morning, this is Brian with the Hobby Rancher. It's 2 days after I moved the cows and I'm amazed how much of this coastal hay that they've eaten. Hey girls. I've got a lot of cleanup to do around the ranch, feed the chickens, and I want to get everything done before it gets too hot. It's supposed to be 106 today, so later this week we're going to get under 100 degrees, so now that we're in mid-August, I know it's still going to be hot for a while, but I really want this hot weather to end. We did get some rain a couple of days ago, as you saw in the previous video. So that's gonna help a little bit, but we really need a lot more rain. My poor stock pond is still suffering. I'm praying that we'll have a nice wet fall so that we can hopefully get some coastal growing really tall and have some forage to stockpile for part of the winter. I realized we're probably going to be feeding hay later. So anyways, let's get my chores done. All right, so I got some new O'Brien reels. These are the geared reels, 1-to-3 ratio. I highly recommend getting a geared, otherwise you'll be just spinning all day long and get real tired. I got 2 of them. I got some poly wire. Probably needed to get another one of these. I like to put a whole roll. This is 1,320 feet on here. So it's been taking me about 2 hours to move the cows. I only have 2 reels, so I had to take half of the paddock down, go set up half the paddock, try to get the cows over there while they're eating some pellets. I hurry up and get the rest of the paddock. Sometimes they sneak out. I mean, sometimes it's taking me 2 hours to get the paddock set up. So I went ahead and got 2 more reels. I figured with 4 reels, I'll be able to be more efficient, go set up a paddock while the cows are in one, then move them over and then tear down the other one. So let's go ahead and get the poly wire on this reel and I'll show you guys how I do that. All right, so you find the end of your poly wire here. Always make sure to stick it through the slot here. I'm not sure what is the exact right way to do this, but I just kind of weave it through there, just square knot. And just as long as it's connected to this, this wire right here, we should be okay. I just go like that and then hit that square knot one more time. So I just tie the handle onto the end here. I think it's a half hitch. All right, there's my half hitch notch or knot. And we're ready to rock and roll. There it is. They definitely prefer the coastal Bermuda over whatever this is. They are eating it, but they're not, they don't seem to enjoy it as much. I don't know if they're a little gun shy to get in this little creek right here that leads over to the pond, but I'm gonna see if they're gonna eat this. I've been looking on my camera every day to see what they're eating, and they, like I said, they definitely want the coastal hay. Hey Loretta, how you doing? Why are you eating this over here? You've already eaten this down. Why don't you go eat that over there? Huh? All right, so my decision on where to graze next is pretty obvious. I'm just gonna have them graze on the paddock that has the longest rest now. My perimeter will be probably a little over an acre right here. So that should be enough for 2, maybe even 3 weeks, just depending. And Like I said, this is the first paddock that I put him on back in probably the first week of May. He's had plenty of time to recover. That's the next grazing site. All right, so I thought I was done for the night. I was observing the cows and they're just tearing up almost out of the roots, that coastal hay over there. There's some field grass there. I wish they would eat, but it doesn't look like they're gonna eat it. So I'm gonna go ahead and move them to this paddock that we just put up. So let's move the cows. So when they know I have a bucket of treats here, they'll come follow me. All right, come on girls, let's go get some fresh grass. Now don't run. That's the only problem, and they get so excited that they almost trample me. Stay at arm's length. Stay at arm's length. Go into your paddock. No, you gotta follow me. You can't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. There you go. They see the grass and they want it. Okay, as soon as you get in your paddock, come on. There you go. Good girls. All right, and then I quickly give them their treats and they're occupied for a few minutes while I shut the gate. So anyways, I don't know. That might have been pretty choppy footage here, but anyways, they're in the paddocks. Let's go get the end post that I need and let's section that off right there. There's one right there. Sometimes these are really dug in. Oh, ow. Impaled myself. That went better. All right, last time I left you guys, I was frantically putting up the hot wire and the camera and the water trough at about 9 o'clock the other day. So, hey Loretta. So they've been in this paddock for about 48 hours and they have mowed it down nicely. In fact, they're at risk of overgrazing it, so I ran up here today. I can't believe how much they ate in just 48 hours, but it's a pretty small paddock, so we're gonna move them over to this paddock. So I strategically placed the water so half of it's on one side and half is on the other, so I don't have to move it. That's the thing that takes the longest, honestly, is moving that trough. So let's go ahead and move the cattle onto the next paddock. Now today, we actually had a cold front come through. Today's high was only 94, so it's really nice right now. It's only about 93, maybe 92, starting to cool off a little bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be 98, Thursday's 110, Friday's 110, and it's gonna be 105 to 106 for the next 14 days. So I am so tired of this hot weather, and fall can't come soon enough, honestly, but fortunately we had just enough rain to get these hay fields growing just a little bit, so we're not feeding hay just yet. Did you enjoy your snack? Cowgirl. All right.
Done that very well.
I definitely need to put a gate in right here.
It's harder than it looks. I have it quickly.
Okay, that's probably good enough.
Okay.
Your first step in post. Yeah. How was it?
I'm good.
Yeah, the ground is so hard, it's just hard to get these in here, so you can... It's okay. Nobody's out here with a level,
All right.
making sure you did a good job. That's good. That's it. It'll automatically lock. All right. See how easy it is? All right, so while I was moving that, they came running, just about ran Lisa over. This is where their shade trees are. They'll figure out that there's mineral in there. I'm just gonna leave this right here, and eventually they'll probably get to it. We'll see if they eat some of that. Tuesday night. I put this paddock up Sunday night. So this is 48 hours of grazing again. You can see a pretty significant difference, especially when I go along the fence line here. You can see all that green, luscious stuff, and this is all mowed down and kind of brown. Hey, you guys are friendly all of a sudden. Are you realizing I'm the guy with fresh grass? The sooner you learn that, the better, right? Looks like the water's keeping full. That looks good. All right, good night, girls. Enjoy your buffet. I think my wife's ready to go. I was lucky to get her to come out just to help a little bit tonight, so. You done? Having fun? All right, let's go. Thanks for reeling that up for me.
I didn't appreciate the deep knee-high. Who knows if there's a snake?
Well, that's why you have snake boots on. That's why you have snake boots on. But look,
still.
that right there is, that's where I got this rash, was in whatever that is down there by the pond. Yeah, but you have boots on all the way up
I
your
know,
leg.
but
You'll be fine.
I might have gotten it.
I was wearing shorts that day. So, high five. Good job. On our next video, I'm going to show you what we use for fly control for our cows.